Hello everyone, I'm Joshua Gillespie, and after over a decade, the Muppets have finally made their return to television with the ABC sitcom The Muppets. Now, last time the Muppets had a TV show, Muppets Tonight, it didn't do so well. Mostly because they were trying to capture that lightning in a jar that the Muppet Show had done nearly 20 years earlier. But it's been quite some time, and this show isn't trying to follow that same format. It's trying something new with a documentary style similar to shows like The Office and Modern Family. So how does it do? Well, let's get things started. The name of the first episode is Pig Girls Don't Cry, and it fits. Here's the story. Elizabeth Banks is going to be the guest on Up Late with Miss Piggy. Oh, let me explain. So, while they're doing this whole documentary of the Muppets, it's all focused around this new show they're doing called Up Late with Miss Piggy, similar to like The Late Show and stuff like that, but hosted by Miss Piggy with Fozzie and the Electric Mayhem. So, they're still making a show, but it's not The Muppet Show. However, Miss Piggy does not want Elizabeth Banks there, but Kermit doesn't understand why, until towards the end of the episode. While this is going on, Fozzie meets his girlfriend's parents for the first time and tries to impress them, but they aren't too pleased. In fact, his girlfriend Becky's father is a bit of a racist, or speciesist.
What if you had children? How would you raise them? Where would they go to the bathroom? In the woods?
Okay, that is an offensive stereotype.
So that's the story of our pilot episode. Now, like I said, it's been quite some time since the Muppets have had a TV show. So, how is this episode? Well, I'll just come out and say it. It's pretty great. If the show continues to follow down this path, I can see it being a success. It's funny, it's violent, and most importantly, it's about the Muppets. It's not about Gary, Mary, Barry, Terry, Larry, Sherry. It's about the Muppets. It's about Kermit, it's about Miss Piggy, it's about Fozzie, Gonzo, Pepe, Rizzo, Carl the Big Mean Monster.
Hey, let me tell you what I did to that more. Hey, where you going?
It's about these characters that we all love. And thank God for that. The theme song. Basically the Muppet Show theme. And it sounds so great, and it's showing all the characters doing their things in this break room. It's really neat. And I'm glad that they actually gave it a theme song in a time where most shows just give you a title card and that's it. Having characters who normally you wouldn't expect to talk to each other, talking to each other, like Scooter and Pepe, or Sam Eagle and Janice. These weird combinations that, just make sense because they're at work. They're co-workers. Of course they're going to talk to each other. Now, speaking of Sam Eagle, he is here to make sure that this show is appropriate.
Okay. The following inappropriate words need to be deleted from tonight's script. Crotchety, twiddle, and gesticulate.
Gesticulate.
I love the concept of Up Late with Miss Piggy, how it's not them trying to do the Muppet Show again. I love that it is adult. Now, even though that term has caused some problems, when it says adult, it doesn't mean like, I can't believe I have to say this, it doesn't mean Muppet sex, and it doesn't mean that they're going around cussing. It just means that these characters are in situations that adults deal with, like having to work with your ex, or just being around your ex a lot, having to deal with a new girlfriend, all the stresses of creating a TV show. You're trying to impress your girlfriend's parents, but they don't like you. Stuff like that, That's not something for a kid's show, and that's what they meant. You know, this isn't learning about the number 3 or holding an adult's hand while crossing the street. This isn't Sesame Street, and so many people don't seem to get that. Jim Henson said that these characters were never meant to be kiddie characters, but unfortunately the media seems to not understand that. And that's where we'll lead into the problems I have with this show. Ever since they started using the word adult Muppet Show, people have spun this into something that it's not. With stuff like, oh, they're gonna have Muppet sex, they're gonna be cussing left and right, when really that's not the case. And unfortunately, there's even a group trying to boycott the show, spreading lies. And it's they've never even seen the show. It's going to corrupt the youth. It's going to destroy society. But anyway, the only other real problem I have with the show, not even the episode I didn't really have any problems with, you know. This is a pilot. They're using it to set up the characters. I think of this as, like I said, a setup episode. So, yeah, I think it's fine. I liked it a lot. The name of the show, however, The Muppets, I can't think of anything else I would have called it, but now it's just going to be confusing because we've got The Muppets, the show, and The Muppets, the movie. Last point, and this is something that has blown up all over the internet. Kermit's new girlfriend, Denise. She's fine. So, my thoughts on Pig Girls Don't Cry, the pilot for The Muppets. This is a great start. It is a great way to set up the rest of the show with Kermit and Piggy being broken up, what the other Muppets do for Up Late with Miss Piggy, who Denise is. It even sets up Fozzie having troubles with his girlfriend. It brings back that classic Muppet vibe of them being violent and being rude, but also still being enjoyable. They aren't cute and sweet. They're going through realistic situations and to some extent taking it seriously. Is it, you know, groundbreaking? No, but it's a lot of fun to watch, and I'm interested to see where these stories are headed. And that's what makes the Muppets great, when you want to see what's going to happen. With something like Muppets Tonight, it just felt like, oh, okay, well, it's the Muppet Show again. But this is actually dealing with who these characters are, and I have always loved that concept, and I'm so thankful it was executed so perfectly. But if you have little kids, there's nothing really bad in this episode. It's not gonna destroy them. It's not gonna corrupt them. If anything, they might say, "Daddy, Daddy, what does he mean by bacon-wrapped hell?" So yeah, Pig Girls Don't Cry is a great start to the Muppets, and I'm looking forward to seeing where this show is headed. Thank you for watching.
My life is a bacon-wrapped hell on earth.
Can't say hell.